Hello and welcome back for another casting, and this time we have Sun Tzu against player. So we have Thor for Sun Tzu and player as Zeus, and it's on a land unknown, so it's literally a random spawn for the map. Pretty much you can get like so many gold mines, so many hunt, and you can get also like almost no hunt and no gold mine. But here it seems that both have 4 bows. No, you can see here this kind of map where uh, here player has 2 pack of 4 bows, and there is 1 pack of elk here, while Sun Tzu doesn't have any of extra hunt except those 4 starting bows. So yeah, it's pretty tricky here as map because it's literally not kind of fair map, let's say. You can see there is 1 4 pretty much on 4 cows on player side, while Sun Tzu has 8 and possibly 11. So in the end, Sun Tzu has still a lot of hunt in his base. He's also having husbandry and attacks quite fast. And we got of course Freyja, and we got Athena 4 player. And you can see that the map is kinda defensive because you just make literally 1 wall here, or just here you wall here with a gate, and then you make 1 extra wall here, and then the whole map is closed pretty much. You can see Sun Tzu can literally just make 1 wall, and then just has to pay attention about this entrance, this one, and just just literally make a wall here. Just pay attention to here, and yeah, it's quite easy to be walled here. Just kinda tricky if you want to go for this wood. You just have to pay attention that your opponent just doesn't trap your unit in case, of course. But yeah, we got probably a bolt on the way here because player doesn't have any arrows in time, so yeah, he's using the bow. We have Sun Tzu, which literally got all his echo braids, which is pretty good. He did make only 1 long house, starting some raiding cavalry. Yeah, this Ufsak will probably die. Yeah, I don't know if Odysseus did manage to do his proper eat, but yeah, which die is still always a good thing for Zeus here, because Ufsak is supposed to just use the forest fire usually, since Valkyrie just get instant bolt. And we got 1 archery range, 1 military academy, 4 player, while Sun Tzu went on 2 long house making raiding cavalry. But you can see his economy is pretty good. He has a lot of wood already. He has 7 dwarf on gold, 6 on wood. But both players are just pretty defensive here. So yeah, as you can see, since player did wall this side, just can literally just only expect raiding cavalry from here. Seems like the Catacomb was just gonna get trapped not fast enough. But nope, not yet at least. But Sun Tzu is finishing his chicken, already taking the cows, but you can see the cows have already 225 food, So you take pretty much 10 of them, it's like 2500 already food for safe. I mean for sure and safe. And we see Sun Tzu literally grabbing first TC, I mean the second TC, being the first to grab a second TC, that's what I wanted to say. And you can see player is making walls, but literally his army is just literally defense. In trying to defend his, and player is not even making any oplits. I guess he can just keep the food for Eric. But yeah, that's tricky here because Sun Tzu is not being on the defensive, means he's gonna have probably a easy time for Skadi and easy time for maybe then Ragnarok. Got copper weapons and shaft mine on the way for Sun Tzu. It's pretty surprising to get copper weapons already, but we got player on the way here. But he is too late. He is too late for the TC. So yeah, you can see Sun Tzu is just preparing some walls because he has safe, I mean kinda safe gold here. Some nice sneaky walls here. I guess players gonna try to hunt them. And yeah, we have Dionysos, but player doesn't have much army, so he can't really push anything so far. And the food echo from Sun Tzu is gonna be insane because of all of the cows. And since you have shaft mine and pulsing dwarf on this gold mine, is gonna get really soon the economy for Skadi. You can see player doing some destruction here on the towers. It's also microing his toxotes on the earth here right now. So pretty much the Minotaur will just have 3 damage. And he's also focusing then the Triax man. But you can see it's still I think pretty worse for player here because he's killing a lot of units. With I mean I think in kill and death ratio is pretty fine because of this Minotaur and those two heroes. You can see, yeah, still leading. But now he decide to retreat. He might get maybe stuck. I mean, since we might try to sandwich him. But at least he forced Sun Tzu to make some army, which means he doesn't have the gold yet. But yeah, Sun Tzu economy is just gonna burst really soon. And yeah, you can see that player is not producing that much of a big army. He's stacking resource. And yeah, he really doesn't have army pretty much here. I don't know if his plan was, I mean, if he was hesitating on his plan or not. Could get TC here. Yeah, he's hunting. And yeah, we got Skadi and medium infantry, which means Sun Tzu's gonna be able to deal with this army pretty easily, I think so. I think so, he will be, because you can see the pop difference is huge, but there is also 10 more villager for Sun Tzu, but also literally like probably 10 more population for on the army. Got also medium cavalry, copper shield on the way. You can see that Sun Tzu is literally waiting just to sandwich here. I guess he's waiting for more army or just for Skadi. He's not producing on those two barracks, that's Minasato, but yeah. You can see player is stacking economy for mythic. Yeah, market is already here. It's era on the way, and actually I didn't pay attention, but it was 2 starting gold mine too. Yeah, player doesn't have any upgrades on his army, while Sun Tzu's gonna get all the copper upgrades, and is having also medium infantry and cavalry. Yeah, he's still not producing on those 2 barracks. On those 2 longhouses, I guess he forgot them because he's only producing on 1. But yeah, player literally can't fight this, even with restoration and bronze. And this Hydra is gonna die for free pretty much. And yes, Sensu is having now insane amount of gold. I guess he's gonna build a market soon. Here we go, we got the market right now. And the Ragnarok is gonna be huge. Player is going for Olympic parentage, probably expecting some frost giant spam to keep his hero alive. And yeah, he's going back probably with bronze. And yet now you can see that player knows there is a market. He knows what it means. And I guess we're gonna see plenty some rights used here right now. It did kill 2 villager, maybe 3 here. 3 villager, but the whole army pretty much of Sun Tzu. But Sun Tzu is preparing a really strong bard. We have bronze weapon now. Yes, bronze shield. And player is still making hoplites. I guess he doesn't expect the rag right now. But yeah, now after seeing that market, I guess he should have started some defense for the Ragnarok, because now he's just gonna try the defense for Ragnarok just when Sun Tzu's gonna age up. And you can see that Sun Tzu is preparing his villager for the Ragnarok already. And also he has really a lot of gold in bank. Could even make some more fire giant right now, or maybe he's just gonna use. Oh, he doesn't have the market anymore. And yeah, here we go. You can see medium pass piece, but and Bacalania on the way, but yeah, I guess it's a bit too late, and player isn't even full pop, and he has pretty much his whole army which is gonna die here. Still has bronze. Which could be quite decent to defend here for now. Oh, fire forest fire. Forest fire. But yeah, there is so many Ragnarok on the way here. And player is just losing slowly his army. Also is building. He has fortress, he has second TC, but yeah, struggling way too hard for the food. He's getting watchtower too. yeah, you can see player army and using the bronze on 5 units is not the best. Could have used it, and it's way better here, but yeah. There's literally way too much Ragnarok here, and player is not producing enough army, and yeah, that's a resign. And even since we was going on 30C, so oh, actually, he did use a lot of resource in the end. Yeah, I guess just for the TC. Yeah, I guess he sold. I mean, he bought a lot of wood, but yeah, I guess he would have a slow comeback on his economy, but that would have been enough because player would have probably lose all his base here and maybe survive on just this TC, and would take too long for player to come back. So yeah, let's go for the second game, and we have the same matchup, but this time it's on Midgard, and we don't have any bugs. That's perfect. Yep, 6 on wood, 4 player, 7 actually now, 8, which means he's gonna spam a lot of boats. And you can see the classical pretty much build order for Thor, except that since he has only one co, he has to go on berries and making extra. He did make one extra villager here, but he has to make one ox card. At least he's having some nice fishing ship here. He has 8 of them. Yeah, not the best placement here. I mean, it could be okay if there were some fish here, but actually they are a bit too far from his dock. So yeah, I don't think it's really that good to just make one random dock with nose, because they take way too long to build. They are also quite weak against Athena, pretty much, because you have potential Minotaur and Jason going for them, and yeah, so pretty much I would prefer to just send one random fishing ship to just scoot on this side, and then you just make your second dock there. And here you can see that a second dock on this side of Frozen 2 would have been way better. While you can see that player is literally scooting, probably with his villager first, to scoot the shore, and you can see that there is some fish, and he's placing his dock pretty well right in front of the fish. So yeah, let's go. We have Phrygia and Athena. Let's go. Got pretty much instant percent from both player, but player has a little bit more fishing ship. He has 3 more. He has 16 against 13. We have end axe and pickaxe for Sun Tzu. Doesn't have much dwarf on gold right now. Okay, it's now splitting them. And we have same end axe and pickaxe for player, and as you can see, requesting a Minotaur on the way, plus some boats from player. So yeah, this dock won't last long, and yeah, you can see actually Sun Tzu is going pretty defensive, making some walls already. You can see 2 barrack on the way. He did worship all his towers, so yeah, he's expecting some Athena rush probably. We have Eros does do more damage to mythic units, could be really great for Zeus pretty much here, because he might deal with plenty of Frost Giant or Fire Giant, or even Valkyries. And here we have Human Soldier, more resistant to pierce attack, This will be quite good for a Norse player here. And yeah, dock is almost destroyed. You can see that Sun Tzu did. I mean, he's trying to make some longboats on this dock. We got the both autos too, so I'm pretty heavy on the eco upgrades. But player is on his way, probably for this dock, and he is slowly chasing those longboats. I guess Sun Tzu will be able to pick one fishing ship. And yeah, player is already on his way for heroic. You can see with his resource. Yeah, player has to make more 3 rem here. Won't be able to deal with those 3 longboats pretty much. And yeah, it seems like Sun Tzu has enough boats to defend here. But yeah, Sun Tzu did good here. He has 3 longboats in the back of player. So player has to make extra boats or just to wait for his killer to come. And we have some raiding cavalry for Sun Tzu. He didn't manage to pick one villager, but he has possible nice forest fire on the way, but nope. Player is already splitting his wood. And player is actually fighting with villager. Which so far works, because he didn't lose any villager, but yeah, you can see player is going for a second TC. We got Sun Tzu winning water here. Sun Tzu did get pushed off here. Yeah, I guess he lost all his longboats in player's fishing operation, but the thing is, Sun Tzu did manage to kill all 3 rem here. And we got some army here. Yeah, it seems like it's only raiding cavalry which died pretty much, so Sun Tzu is losing a lot of army, it seems like. But now he's going for Shiteman 2, which means he has Boso and Shiteman, which gonna be really strong economy. He's also adding some farms. Okay, we got medium cavalry. Got still some medium cavalry here in the back. I guess he did push off some player at some point here because he had way more villager on this gold mine. Nice forest fire here. Just hope it's gonna die. One villager down. One house down. And you can see player is just slowly going under aggressive. He has only one barrack to produce army. And he just got Sultan Fora. And yeah, I guess he got out micro by Sun Tzu on water because he literally lost his 2 Trirem and Scylla against those longboats. Okay, we got some army right on the wood of Sun Tzu. Player could kill the hunt to get more heads for the Hydra too. I think you need to kill like every 3 units. I don't remember. Maybe 2 units. Every time you kill 2 units with the Hydra, you get. I mean, it's 2 or 3 units. I think something like that. You get 1 extra head. And here, player is doing some nice trap on this army. And the thing is, Sun Tzu does have the eco for Skadi. I think he just jumped right now. But since he doesn't have anything to stop this Hydra, the Hydra is gonna do insane against this army because there is literally no else here anymore. It's not even on the way because Sensu is struggling with the gold right now. You can see all his dwarf here are what? Okay, never mind. He just dropped his gold on the Ox card, so I guess that's why we got extra gold here. But yeah, he's pretty struggling with the gold, and player is on 2TC for a bit more time. But yeah, player seems to aim for maybe era. Not producing toxotes though. He only produced one. Maybe he forgot the auto-Q, I don't know. Yeah, we got Skadi now. Sensu might try to make il fort here. Yeah. Player knows, and you can see that the building has been started, so Sensu should realize that player is going on the way. But yeah, I guess Sensu is more paying attention about protecting this dwarf. But yeah, you can see huge slaughter here. Don't see any more action on water. It seems like got some juggernaut from player, and I guess it was a market here. Yeah, it's a market. Player did go for third town center. He did no, never mind. He didn't stop his army production just on one military academy, and that's all pretty much. He's only making a lot of villager now. So yeah, he's gonna aim for era probably. And yeah, I guess he's gonna try to just stop or just hurt since quite enough to not have the same kind of Ragnarok from last game. But you can see Sensu is really going heavy on economy. So even though he doesn't have same amount of villager, he still has okay economy. Didn't go for Sultan Forato. And yeah, we got a Frost which secures TC. And yeah, we got Copper Weapons. He had Copper Shield already. And Copper Mail on the way for Sensu also. Still got Era and nothing more, but there is something more because player is actually grabbing TC. And now it's producing on 3 archery range and 1 military academy. Still sitting on pickaxe and axe though. It does have the resource to get more upgrades, but it doesn't do it. It's sending Juggernaut in Sensu fish here. And yeah, we got heavy infantry and off Frost, and Sensu did do a really nice move here because did a really nice move, not did do. Did a really nice move by walling player army. And yeah, we got era just for player now, but we got Bard also. Thing is, Sensu doesn't have much villager, that's the only thing, but he does have nice economies, having some nice eco upgrades, nice armory upgrades. And you can see the Frost Giant is about to die here because of Odysseus, but there is still plenty of Triax man. And you can see player is doing really aggressive here by going for forward fortress. And yeah, it seems like Sun Tzu does have a nice amount of caravans already, but it seems like player didn't manage scoot that market and probably use maybe Juggernaut, since we have a Drakkar here from player from Sun Tzu, and yeah, player is making some building to be sure that Sun Tzu's not mining here. We have the Huntress Axe, Sultan for Sun Tzu now. So yeah, Sun Tzu is at least with his caravans and his fish for now. He's gonna have nice resource during Ragnarok. Okay. Yeah, some sneaky Drakkar in the fish. Oh, we have stone walls already. Yeah, you can see player is having nice army, is having also champions infantry. On the way, copper mason, and the rag has been cast. I think it was like 70 villagers, something like that. Let's see. Oh, never mind, never mind. Oh no, because it does count. It does count. Okay, so 23. Yeah, okay, so almost 70 rag, 70 villager pretty much. Because the thing is, it does count in civilian units. It counts the fish and the caravans. So yeah. And we got three different pack of Ragnarok pretty much. Whoa, that's a nice wall here. Sadly, doesn't work pretty well here for player. The lightning storm is on the top. And yeah, it feels like it doesn't do much. So yeah, pretty much player's gonna lose all his gold here. He's still alright in gold because he still has this nice gold mine, and yeah, there is this Medusa which is gonna snipe this fire giant probably. And Sun Tzu is taking TC here. It's pretty alright because at least the TC is gonna help him. But the TC will be hard here to use it to get some eco resource back, pretty much some resource back after the rag, because it's quite exposed here. But yeah, so far Sun Tzu is doing a pretty nice job. You can see that it did destroy the market. He's eating literally his player gold, but does he knows? Oh, that's why. That's why he's not going here. He doesn't know that player has a gold mine here, because he literally hit all the gold mine and the market, and he did even go here. So yeah, that's how you can sometimes lose a game, just by not scooting, or when your opponent doesn't scoot the right thing and he got surprised by secret gold mine. So yeah, you can see some casinos on the fish here. Not the best unit at all, but still 3 units, so pretty much pretty good. You can see player did destroy the market, really smart, uh, which forced Sun Tzu to get the wood to make one more market. But you can see he used a lot of wood to keep making 20 X-Men, which means he doesn't have the food, he doesn't have the wood for a market, so he has to make his villager on the wood as soon as he can, because it's a lot of idle caravans here. And yeah, he does have coinage. I guess player has to, yeah. And seems like player didn't manage to secure his gold mine now. We have some myrmidons on the way. I don't know if they're gonna focus the TC. I don't think they are enough to take down the TC, or maybe just the gold actually. Got better phone here. We got bronze weapon, heavy archer, but champion infantry for Sensu. It's just not having that much of a great gold income because it doesn't have the market anymore. And he's on his way to rebuild one. Just has to pay attention to not be too close to the shore, but it seems it's alright now. Got bronze weapon, ramping parentage, carpenter's quarry, watchtower, so yeah. Player did manage properly to get Ragnarok out here of the game. And yeah, it's gonna try to take down this TC. Yeah, this TC doesn't have much. There's one Helipolis helping his army now to push. And you can see that Sensu army is not that bad, but it's kinda scary. It's kinda scary for player to deal with all those fire giant, but it does still has okay economy. Is gonna get even better one with Carpenter and Quarry, but I guess as soon as player can make Bellerophon pretty much all the time, Bellerophon's gonna do pretty well against those fire giant. But there is also Medusa. Player could maybe make some Medusa, and is on his way to make them. And yeah, TC will fall. The TC will fall. What do we have here? We have some, and you can see Sensu is really literally having a really nice economy. I guess he's not, yeah, he's not producing enough army. Doesn't have enough long house, or not even using all of them. And yeah, right now he's just fighting with fire giant. And those champions, Myrmidon could get the oh no, it's in the fortress. This upgrades, which does more damage for the Myrmidon against mythic units. I don't know how much bonus is, but pretty worse. Even more when you make pretty much half of your army of Myrmidon. Pretty worse. And also when you have to deal with fire giant. It's a lot of them. So yeah, we got just so heavy toxotes. And yeah, seems like Sensu is not producing enough army. As we gonna try to make Hill Fort. I guess it will go up since it seems like Prayer is gonna aim for this TC. But I don't know if it's gonna be worse enough for Sensu here to grab the TC. I don't think so. Into, oh yeah, there is a bronze still, and still restoration too. Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely doesn't sound good for Sensu here. Doesn't sound good for Sensu. We have naval Sibyles iron weapon for player, and the restoration it's not really that good, but I guess just entirely overkill. Oh, never mind, there's actually still plenty of Myrmidon alive, but yeah, they're gonna get right probably against this fire giant, but the Medusa is on the way. Beam. There is probably some more, yeah, got some more. 3 Medusa actually, and yeah. Sensu would have never come back here. Oh, and he was losing his hill fort, or maybe it's just building of the hill fort, and then was going to get gold star. So yeah, pretty solid play here from player, just slowly making taking TC, getting era in time. Even though Sensu did a nice eco advance, I mean it did pretty well with his economy. He just was lacking just way too much about the villager amount for his Ragnarok. So yeah, let's go. This time we have exactly the same matchup once again for the two player actually, since it's the same matchup, and we do have a sneaky player going for going for the top side. I think he was expecting Sensu to go on the top side, so he necessarily sent his Katascopos right on the top of Sensu fish here. And Sensu did exactly the same build order here. Yeah, doing pretty much the same build order. I don't know why he didn't try to finish the house though. Katascopos will have never killed the Ursak if Sensu was just Alt S his Ursak, so to not get cancelled in his construction. And yeah, you can see that player is going right on the bottom side. And since Sensu is doing the standard build order for Thor, he's not gonna have enough food yet for making a second Ursak. Villager farm, okay. You can see that player is going really heavy on the woods, which means he's gonna probably aim for, yeah, you can see villager. He's gonna aim for bottom side, and yeah, the Katascopos is doing some nice damage again. And yeah, the Ursak has to go away here. You can see Sensu did finally make a second Ursak. And yeah, I guess it was slowly going in favor of Ursak because you can see Katascopos has less damage and also less armor and less hit points also. But yeah, player is on his way, and you can see the villager is also on his way, and the villager will just literally wreck this Ursak because villager has literally way more damage than them. Let's go. You can see Sensu won't get his dog here, while as you can see player did get all his 9 fishing ship, and actually Sensu just managed to get them also, but player is also going now on the bottom side, while Sensu is not gonna get close to get his full income. You can see Sensu has some nice boars here where he can hunt them quite close to the TC. And you can see that with this Ursak and stuff, it seems like Sensu was struggling to produce villager, which it's pretty big at this point. But also since the dwarf take a bit longer than a villager I think to build, that's also why there is a small difference, because you can see that a dwarf, which means Sensu did produce 6 of them. Katascopos finally died, but yeah, player is securing his side already. I don't know why Sensu doesn't add S his Ursak, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But yeah, you can see that player is just paying way too much attention. We have 4 city. I don't really understand why. I mean, Healing Spring can be good, but I guess it's better when you get Healing Spring to defend Athena Rush and not on the water map pretty much. And yeah, this Ursak will die. We got one really low Ursak, and those villager dealing with Earth here. But Sensu is about to up really soon, And you can see that player is still making fishing ship here, so he's gonna have a really nice amount of food, and you can see Sun Tzu is having insane amount of food and gold, because usually he's supposed to get all his fishing ship pretty much also. Yeah, so player did manage to finally kill one, a second Ursak, and you can see the Berserker did die here. So pretty huge delay, and you can see player is sending 3 rams, so it was all his plan here to just keep Sun Tzu out of this side of water. And yeah, now he's sending Jason and the Minotaur. It doesn't have the wood for Odysseus. We have Endax for player, we have Pickaxe for Sun Tzu. Yeah, Minotaur is gonna focus the troll. And yeah, Sun Tzu can't really make dogs anymore. You can see um, player is still making 3 rams. And yeah, now he has his side secured. He did make some extra 3 rams, but I guess it's pretty worse because for what the damage he did to Sun Tzu. Pretty worse. Seems like he did at least few 3 ram, or maybe just one on the top. You can see that Sun Tzu did go for straight percent. Player is getting just now. And yeah, pretty big because player economy with food will be really insane. You can see we got husbandry right now for Sun Tzu. He's also getting second TC, his hunt is on his side. So yeah, he will have to switch really fast in his hunt because he has only 9 fishing ship, which is gonna be quite hard to produce correctly on 2 TC, but he can still make dwarf, so that's alright, I guess. Secondary keys, Pandora's box, okay. And you can see player is maybe on his way to push here. He has restoration, so he can do really strong push, maybe with few plates. Or actually maybe player's gonna just aim for Dionysos actually. And you can see Sun Tzu not paying attention to his boats. Yeah, he's gonna take a huge damage here. Yeah, pretty low boats, only 2 left. While player is doing some nice damage, you can see he's doing, the Minotaur is doing quite insane damage to the building here. And yeah, player is adding more dogs, probably he's gonna add more here and here. And he has a resource, yeah, he just did jump through the Dionysos probably, yeah, it's on the way, and the thing is, the Scylla is gonna be on this side, which means the Scylla will probably be able to just push Sun Tzu literally out of fish on both sides, which is really huge. Really huge from player. And yeah, only 2 dogs remaining for Sun Tzu. He does have 1 longboat in each, and he's actually going for heavy. Sun Tzu is going for actually a really heavy boom here with 3TC. I guess he does have to prepare hunting dogs and go for this hunt and this hunt to get really nice food income after losing all these fish. Yeah, we still have Endax for player. Got Scylla on the way. We got Bosso straight for player. Got Bosso, got Plow so for Sun Tzu, so I guess it's just gonna end this and go for some farms. But yeah, player is now making some army, 2 military academy, 2 archery range, but yeah, producing way more hoplites here, probably just to push. We have all of Taints, I'm not really sure why. Maybe just to deal with, try to deal with Hydra with faster and more resistant airs here. Can see player is probably expecting to grab this TC soon. Doesn't have much gold, but he will be able to probably really strong push soon. At Dwarven Armory, you can see Sun Tzu is still doing pretty well with his economy. It's having 12 more villagers than player, but the only thing is he's not getting close to get Skadi, and he really doesn't have any army. So yeah, this army with bronze and restoration is gonna be insane. Olympic parentage, but yeah, there won't be any frost giant soon. And yeah, Sensu doesn't have the food yet, so yeah, it's taking way too long to get the food. And yeah, the CC will probably not survive long enough. You can see players making market, but player didn't go for Sultan Forato, even if he has a lot of fishing ship. We got the bronze, got the Toxotes focusing Earth here, but I guess the Earth here is gonna manage to pick off this Hydra, I guess so. Yep. But TC is also down. Sensu is having slowly his food for Eric, but he's losing all his army pretty much here. Pickaxe on the way for player, watchtower for Sensu. He knows he has to retreat and defend his main base. And yo, no. Actually no. No. Sensu did resign here, decide to just stop the game, and yeah, I guess it was really way too much in favor of player because Sensu didn't get any more barracks in base and stuff like that, so he wouldn't be able to just stop player from going TC and just never let Sensu get Skadi in time. Why his economy will just slowly get better, so yeah, I guess that's why. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy this series guys, and I see you next time.